Hi folks, and Camila Folcha. So about 2 weeks ago, I got the brand new Michelin Anakee Adventure 2s fitted on my GS, and I've been doing about 700 kilometers on them, testing them as much as I can with every type of terrain, weather, etc. So I wanted to take the opportunity on this video to give you my initial thoughts and a little bit of a review. Let's get stuck into it. Now, first of all, let me make a clarification here. These are the Michelin Anakee Adventures 2. They were just released in January this year in 2026. So if you have your GS 2025, no, it did not come included on your bike. Because I posted on social media there a photo about the new tires, and other people were coming to me saying, oh, I got this and they do this, they do that. No, they just came out, right? So even if you got delivery of your bike on February 2026, you probably don't have these tires just yet. They're brand new. The next thing is, this is my own personal opinion. I paid with these tires full price, and I've done it when I've done the service on my bike, so I even pay a little bit extra because I've done it at the dealer. So there's no affiliation, no sponsorship or anything from Michelin or anything like that. With that being said, Michelin, if you're watching, bonjour mon ami, ça va? I mean, if you want to sponsor me, I'll be delighted to do so. But anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way, making sure that this is not a sponsor and making sure that you understand that these are brand new tires. They just came out. So no, you don't have them on your 2024 or 2025 GS, right? Right, let's get right into the review. So what's new with the new Adventure 2s? So basically, they've taken a lot of feedback from the customers, and according to the brochure, right, obviously they added a lot more high-performance silica to improve the wet performance. Also, through the mix of compounds and everything that they use on these tires, they're claiming a 7% more longevity on the front tire and a 21% longevity on the rear tire. From my previous experience on the original Anakee Adventures, yes, the longevity, especially on the back wheel, wasn't as good, but again, for me, it was always a trade-off for the level of grip that they offer, right? So having that 21% extra longevity will be very welcome. Also, one of the biggest things from the original Adventures is that according to people, they were too noisy. Michelin listened to this, and they're claiming that they have reduced the amount of noise greatly on these tires. They don't claim a specific number or percentage of how much they reduce the noise, but that was one of the main complaints from users, right, on these tires. I personally never had an issue with the original Anakee's Adventures. I do wear ear protection, and you should too, but that's a separate video. But to me, the noise on the previous tires never bothered me at all. But we'll see what people think about these new tires, right, in terms of noise level. Of course, the most noticeable difference is the design pattern, right, on the tires. I think it's a lot more aggressive, right, especially on the rear. They came up with these bigger blocks. They do have a deeper groove from the, compared to the original Adventures. And I think that will give us a lot more grip, right? And again, because the blocks are, chunkier and bigger, that probably helps reducing the noise, right? But again, the new design, I think they look awesome, right? Let's be honest, a lot of people choose tires because of how they look, and I think these ones look quite aggressive. They're really nice, especially on the rear tire. The whole design pattern, it's completely changed from the original ones, and that is your dead giveaway if you're looking at the original Adventures or the Adventure 2s. All right, that was a lot of talk about specs and everything, but what do I actually think about the tires? And hear me out, right? Give me a second here. But my first impressions getting out of the dealer and getting back home, I do have about a 60 to 70 kilometers distance there. And at the beginning, I was like, I don't know about this, right? And the tire didn't feel too planted on the road, especially on the braking. It felt a little bit wobbly, and I was like, oh no, you do have to give it a few kilometers, right, for a tire to kind of settle in and whatever the material, whatever chemical reaction it does and everything. But yeah, I wasn't too convinced at the beginning. Now, when I got home, I checked my tire pressures, and I noticed that they were really high, right? And also, the tire nips, I call it the tire hairs, right? When they're brand new, These ones, for whatever reason, came with an ungodly amount of these little nips all over the place. And yes, those will wear out in a couple of kilometers, right? But I have this before with the Tyre K60s, where they had so many of those little nips that they actually make the tire feel a little bit weird. So I recruited wifey there, and with a couple of razor blades and scissor, I went out, took 5 minutes, right, and just cut them all out. Again, I don't have the riding conditions here in Ireland, right? The roads are still quite cold and the weather's still quite cold. So in order to get rid of all the nibbles and everything, you do have to get the tires up to temperature and scrub them, etc., right? I just didn't want to go through the whole thing and just get them ready to go. After putting the right tire pressure and getting rid of the nibbles, man, what a difference, right? On roads, especially on dry roads, absolutely fantastic. Fast tire. I'll say that probably the same as the previous Anakees. Which to me, again, the previous Anakee Adventures, I should say, at least to me, they were absolutely fantastic tires. And these ones, they just follow through exactly the same grip, and they just go, right? You don't feel them. To me, one of the telltales when you're riding on road, especially on switchbacks, stuff like that, right? When you go into that transition of going to one bank to the other, that's where I can tell, the performance of a tire, right? At least for my own riding and my own taste, right? Where, again, going into those Tyre K60s a couple of years ago, that's where I felt, oh, this is a 50-50 tire, right? Doing that type of transition, right, where you push, the blocks on one side to the other one, and the transition, it didn't feel as smooth. Where with these tires, fantastic, right? That type of riding, no problem whatsoever. And I never even doubted the tire at any given time, right? So I was able to push, a couple of switchbacks and everything. And I'll show you a quick clip of Healy Pass, which is an amazing uphill road. It's not too fast, but you can definitely tell the amount of grip that the bike has. What a road, right? Can I push harder? For sure, right? But again, I was kind of, testing new tires, right? So I didn't want to go too crazy on it. But what a fantastic road. And again, on these tires, absolute confidence, not even a slight let go or anything like that, just fantastic. And again, that is not a perfectly smooth road and everything. It does have a couple of imperfections. And I think I even had a couple of kind of wet patches over there. So yeah, absolutely fantastic on that. Then not too difficult to go out and find wet roads here in Ireland, right? So again, I've got quite a few wet country roads, and I was also able to put it to the test on a motorway under a pouring rain, right? It was raining quite a bit, and again, no complaints whatsoever. And I guess that is, to me, one of the biggest features about the Anakee Adventures is the wet performance, right? Again, here in Ireland, right, finding a wet road is not that uncommon, if not very common, right? So to me, that's why I do love these type of tires, right? And these ones, have they improved on the performance or anything like that? I don't know. I couldn't tell. I can only tell you, right, that they are absolutely fantastic, and the grip that they offered me, they were absolutely brilliant. With my previous tires, right, the Metzeler Tourance Next 2s, really good on the dry, but a couple of times I did have, the rear tire especially getting a little bit squirrely, and that's why I decided to switch them out. I was probably able to get a few more kilometers out of those tires, but again, they did give me a couple of scares on the wet. So, for me, for my type of riding and my conditions, right, I want something that does have a lot of wet grip and wet performance, right? Never had an issue with the original Anakee Adventures, and these ones are either equal, if not superior, right, in terms of wet grip performance. In terms of road noise, which I think it's one of the biggest complaints about the original Anakee Adventures, these ones, I did sacrifice myself and I went out one day without my ear protection to see what was the whole thing about, right? Again, I'm not a good reference because I never had an issue with the original ones, but on these ones, I went out, no ear protections, I put the screen all the way up, and I put my exhaust on the kind of quiet mode, right? So closing the valve all the time, and I was trying to listen for any sound or anything like that. I personally cannot hear anything. Does that mean that they reduced the tire noise and now they're fantastic? I don't know. Anyone that had complained from these ones in the past, if you try this, let me know in the comments down below if you do feel a difference. Again, I never had an issue with the original ones. These ones are absolutely quiet. You do hear obviously some rolling resistance and wind and whatever, right? But for what I can tell, there's no weird noises, no hum, nor anything like that. So to me, if it was an issue before, they fixed it now. The last thing then is the off-road performance, right? And let me remind you that these ones are rated as a 80-20 tire, right? So 80% road and 20% off-road. I always like to put this into perspective of time, like I mentioned on my previous video. So you should choose a tire like this if you're spending 80% of your time on road and only 20% of your time off-road. To me, it doesn't mean that it's only 20% capable of going off-road or 80% capable of going on-road, right? Because to me, these ones, at least again, for my conditions, these are 100% capable road tires, right? So what usually an 80-20 tire means is that it can do gravel roads, dirt, stuff like that, right? The type of compromise that these tires make off-road is under mud or deep sand, right? That is the compromise, and that's where these tires will fall short. So I went out to one of my usual gravel roads that I love to explore. It's near a wind farm. Legal roads, they're public roads, right? But they're just full of gravel. They're not maintained, so they do have a lot of potholes and everything like that. So you can get a little bit of a feel, right, of the grip that the tires offer, right? Now, in some portions, the gravel is pretty deep, right? So can you go with a completely road tire? Yeah, probably, but you will feel the bike going all over the place. Where with these ones, the bike actually felt really planted, and I got a lot of feedback in terms of grip, right? So very predictable, and no point I felt like, oh, the bike is about to let go or anything like that, right? Felt really stable on corners and everything like that, going over potholes and grabbing, heavier gravel, no problem whatsoever. The funny thing is, right, that like I mentioned before, the downfall of these tires is mud and deep sand. Well, apparently, since it has been raining for the last 2 months or 3 months here in Ireland, right, some of these roads that I usually go, they were completely washed out. Mud everywhere, right? And I was like, it might get better after the hill. And I kept going, and at some point, it's a narrow road, and I was like full of mud and everything, and I wasn't sure if I turn around or what, right? So, I kept going, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. So I ended up doing, for my own taste at least, quite a bit of a hardcore off-roading on these tires, right? And I was like, oh no, I'm going to lose the bike and everything is going to be a disaster now. Actually, I was immensely surprised about the level of grip that I was able to get on these tires. Don't get me wrong. No, these are not your Dakar tires. 100% are not. But with the deeper grooves, I think that they got now the tires are a lot better at ejecting mud and finding that traction. Again, 80-20 tire, right? It's not a 50-50. But I was very, very impressed on the performance and that the tires were able to get me out of that place, right? And you'll see it on the video, right? If the video makes it justice, right? I know it's a YouTuber thing saying, oh, the camera doesn't do it justice. guess I'm a YouTuber now, but there you go. That road became very, very bad, right? And I stopped a couple of times thinking, it's like, oh, Jesus, you know, I don't know if I'm be able to get out of here now, right? But no, a lot of grip, plenty of traction. At no point I felt the bike, you know, going over or anything like that, right? So with my riding skills that I don't have a lot of mud experience, right? I was able to manage the road and get out on the other side and go back to gravel and then go back to civilization once again. So I was absolutely impressed with the performance of these tires in mud, which I don't think they're meant to be. The improvement on the off-road performance, and especially if you consider how good they are on roads, that they do have that capability off-road, is absolutely impressive. So, in conclusion, what am I saying? Is this the perfect tire? Is this the one that you should buy right now? No questions whatsoever. No, that's not what I'm saying. I think this is the perfect tire for me, for my style of riding, for what I do, and for what the performance I want to get out of a tire. So you should consider these tires if you want a lot of grip, a lot of wet performance, and you don't care about longevity too much. They do promise a little bit more life out of the tires, 20% at the back and 7% at the front. We'll see about that. But again, grip normally means softer compounds. Softer compounds means shorter lifespan of a tire. That is just science, right? There's no other way around it. So that's enough rambling for today. I'm absolutely in love with these tires. I'm very, very happy about the choice. Very happy that Michelin had improved on the original Anakees. No, these tires did not come on your 2024 GS. These are brand new. I'm only joking. Let me know if you have any questions down below that I can answer. I think I covered pretty much all the points that you can talk about a tire, but if you have any questions, definitely let me know. I will eventually do an update on longevity and how they perform over the next few thousand kilometers. We'll keep an eye on the tires and see how they go. So hopefully we'll get a good summer and I can rack up the miles on this bike and see how they perform. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. 80+% of you folks are not subscribed to my channel, and for this week and this week only, I'm running a promotion where subscribing is absolutely free. I'm joking, it's always free, so might as well just hit the subscribe, bell notification, all that kind of jazz. It definitely helps me out and keeps me going, right, making these videos. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you folks on the next one. Thanks.